introduce the School Resource Officer, oh my gosh, what are you doing? Gary Wright from Newtonbrook. Thank you very much, Gary. There you go.
Thank you. Good evening. My name is Officer Gary, and I'm the School Resource Officer with the Toronto Police Services, currently connected to Newtonbrook High School. My primary role in the school is not one of providing law and security, but rather of building relationships and connections with the youth in our community. We know from research that adolescents are influenced not only by their individual strengths and vulnerabilities, but also by the character and the settings in which they lead their lives. These settings, their families, their friends, they compromise their social world, the neighborhoods they call home, and their school, where they may very well spend the majority of their waking hours, play an important role in shaping the adolescent's health and well-being. They do so by influencing both how adolescents feel about themselves, as well as the choices they make about behaviors that can affect their future lives. One of my favorite stories that circulate on the email is one about a football player who was heading home from school one Friday, looking forward to the coming weekend, excited about celebrating his team's recent victory. On his way home, he comes across another young man who looks exhausted and sad and is struggling to carry an armful of books. The football player makes a wisecrack about all the books, but offers to take half of them and carry them himself. The two find out that they live pretty close to one another and even have a few things in common. As they part at the door of the young man's house, the football player invites his newfound friend to join him in his plans for the weekend. A few pickup football games, a little cruising around, and maybe a movie. The offer is accepted, and the story goes, these two young men become the best of friends through their years in high school. When graduation time comes around, the one who was carrying his entire school book collection home that day is named valedictorian of his class. In his valedictorian speech, he reminisces about the day on which he made friends with the football star. For the first time ever, he discloses that he cleared his locker out that Friday years ago in order to save his parents the trouble of going to school to clean out their things after he was gone. You see, he had every intention on going home that day and killing himself. It was, however, a simple, friendly gesture by a fellow human being that stopped him. The football player who had reached out that day wasn't particularly special. He didn't have lots of money or power. He was just a kid who was in the right place at the right time.